As always, you can check out Rachel's full interview with Steph on the ESPN YouTube page. Warriors Celtics tonight, 8:30 Eastern on ABC. A man who covers the Dubs closely, our very good friend Nick Friedell, now joins us on Hoop Streams. Nick, Steph told Rachel he wants to finish his career with Golden State, not something that we haven't heard before. But cap-wise, how do the Warriors make that happen and stay competitive?
Kaz, here's what Joe Lacob's going to do, the Warriors owner. He's going to say, Steph, please sign this super mega max whenever you want, and we'll make everything else work. So Steph's going to get all the money he could ever dream of. But as far as the cap goes with the Warriors, this is the issue. There are so many people who were saying, okay, what do you do to make this team a title contender again? Let's look at the numbers. Steph is going to be in the middle of a mega max again. You've got Klay on a max deal. Andrew Wiggins is on a max deal. Draymond Green is in the middle of a $100 million deal. There is not that much wiggle room unless you're moving Wiggins' contract with that Minnesota pick and potentially James Wiseman to get another star in place. Now, who that may be over time, we don't know, but the ramifications are what they are money-wise. They have a ton of money on the books already, and the bill for the last few seasons when they had all that championship success has come due now. But as far as Steph, he is not going anywhere, and he's made it very clear again to Rachel that he wants to remain a Warrior.
Yeah, and he's earned every single penny just on his legacy alone, but he's not stopping anytime soon. He's been absurd as of late. 9 games in a row, over 30 points. He passed Wilt for all-time points by a Warrior. What other records does he have his eye on?
All of them. There's not one thing that this guy doesn't think he can do. And Cass, you and I have watched him for a lot of years now. His confidence level, to me, is as high as it's ever been. And that is really saying something given the way he's performed in years past, that unanimous MVP award. The difference to me is that physically and mentally, he's at his peak right now, and it's a peak that both he and Steve Kerr are convinced can last for a couple more seasons. But that is the difference in his game. It's not just that he's scoring 30 points, that he's averaging almost 40 a game during the month of April. It's that every time he's out there, not only does he believe he's going to dominate, that filters through the rest of this young roster. You know when Steph is playing like this that Draymond is more engaged. But the difference with this Warriors group right now is all these younger guys see Steph and they say, we need to play up to the level of this guy. He's going to make it easy for us. And that's why they're having the success recently that they are.
Yeah, still in his peak, and this is post-dynasty, so he even has more motivation to, prove and see what we can get out of him these next couple of years. The Dubs, meanwhile, they won 4 in a row, half a game out of the 8 seed. And, we'll see what's going on with this play-in tourney. Steph says he's with it. That's what he said with Rachel when it comes to the play-in tournament. Draymond, not so much. What are the feelings around this team as far as the goals for the final month of the season?
Steph wants to go to the postseason, so guess what, Cass? They're going to go to the postseason. I think if he stays healthy, they're going to get into that play-in tournament somewhere, but if he can lead them the way he has the last few weeks, they're going to go. I know a lot was made about those Draymond comments, and I believe him. I don't think the play-in motivates him that much. But in the same breath, Draymond said, I don't want to lose. And he knows when his team needs him, specifically when Steph Curry needs him, he's going to be there and he's going to elevate the level of his own play. So Steve Kerr wants to go to the postseason. Steph understands whether it was fair or not. This year was a referendum in a lot of ways on him because people were saying, can he do it without Klay? Can he do it without KD? And Andre Iguodala and Sean Livingston taking a team back to the postseason. They want to go, and once they get into that play-in environment, I believe that Draymond will play at a much different pace and level than we've seen. So I would expect the Warriors to make it.
And we're going to be asking, can they do it without their rookie phenom and James Wiseman as he underwent successful surgery earlier this week? Warriors, though, they should get both him and Klay back next season. What have Kerr and Steph had to say about working everyone back for next season?
Cass, it's rare doing what we do that we get an honest answer sometimes to these questions, but that's exactly what both Steph and Kerr gave this week. Because I asked them both, how do you get James Wiseman more comfortable in the system after a year and then reintegrate Klay Thompson into everything you've been doing the last 2 seasons? And you know what the answer was from both of them? I don't know. So they know that there's a lot of uncertainty around what they have to do roster-wise. The hope is that James Wiseman comes back off this meniscus injury and he is the same athletic player that he always was, feeling more comfortable about where he is on the floor, which was an issue for him throughout his rookie year. But to think that he's going to come back right away and play at a high level after missing all of the summer that was supposed to be so important to his development, that might be a stretch. And then adding Klay, as comfortable as he is and everything he knows with this Warriors group, you miss 2 years, it doesn't matter who you are, that is a tough adjustment. So now all of a sudden, all the questions that were supposed to be answered by the end of this season, they've all rolled over into next year. And now you have to answer all these things for a team that was really hoping to be in that title conversation again a year from right now.
Well, meanwhile, the Warriors, they're looking to keep some recent success going against the Celtics tonight. Make sure to check out Nick's coverage on ESPN.com as the Warriors are in Boston at 8:30 Eastern on ABC. Thank you, Nick.
Always, my friend.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.